Oh, this won't be a sound stream, Josh. I'm going to use sign language for my communication. Actually, what I'm doing right now is passing out a bunch of, look at me, I'm streaming. See if that goes well or not. Pick up a few people along the way. Wow, lots of people have been deploying their content all over the place. It was a weekend. It's to be expected. Anyway, welcome everyone. That would be kind of cool, actually, if you, like, people have seen these webcam things in the, you stick your head into the, I haven't really decided whether or not I like that or not when people do it, because on the one hand, you're blocking part of the game, and if you're playing the kind of games that I like, usually that part of the screen is spattered with information of some kind. However, what if you could put somebody signing? You could actually have people listen. Well, I don't know. At the same time, it's very hard to. I imagine. I don't know. I don't actually converse via sign language. But if you could have somebody in the bottom left corner, just their hands going as communication, this would obviously have to be a two-person effort at least, since one person can't play the game and sign at the same time. But that would be pretty cool. I just wonder if people who are trying to, I mean, if you're like looking at subtitles, are you able to really see what's going on in the game? I don't know. Kind of yes and kind of no. Welcome, the gamer. I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Okay, anyway, so here we are again. By the way, I don't have my game sound on. I mean, my speakers turned on. I turned them off to conserve a little bit of power, which means a little bit of heat in this hot summer climate. Anyway, is the game sound? It's pretty much, I think I have pretty much turned it off. I want to say I really like Field of Glory Empire's sound. It does get repetitive after about 5 hours. Wait, I mean, I'm not joking. That's not like after 5 hours, you listen to it. No, but seriously, after 5 hours, I guess the appeal of it has just dropped away at that point. It's turned up for a little bit though. I quite like it. The gamer is about to enter 8th grade. Wow. Those times are long past for me. So we are playing as Pontus. Let's get back into the action here. Here's the world view. It's kind of fun to see that Rome, I mean, my goodness. We ought to, apparently, take a look at what's going on in the world sometimes. Rome is getting huge. They've already taken over the whole boot. They're almost up to the knee. Carthage has already wiped out Syracuse. Anyways, Carthage gobbled them up. They're gone. That's not, not an unexpected turn of events. Carthage does appear to be doing pretty well in this one. Ptolemy looks like they haven't done anything. We all already know that the Seleucids have... Jeez! What is going on? Maria just went insane. So I take it that Maria is at war with the Seleucids? Wow. I wouldn't mind cooperating with them. I mean, the Seleucids are soon going to become one of my enemies. Yeah, with the Antigonids, I guess the Antigonids are just simply going to be completely wiped out. That's quite crazy. I think this might be a little bit... too much. Usually empires, when they completely collapse, like a small amount is remaining. Seabass has joined us. Welcome, Seabass. Hey, Seabass, you're actually along for the stream this time. For once, we're like on the same page. I rewatched the first part of Wolfpack stream after you guys told me not to, which I really snuck on you. Yeah, it's best not to talk about those kind of things. We must respect the dead and not dwell upon their blatant mistakes. Okay, so in Pontus, now that we've seen the state of affairs of the world, Seleucids have been the biggest winner so far, I would say. Scythia's expanding pretty nicely. Macedonia looks like they're doing their normal expansion thing. Dalmatia is actually doing pretty well. I already mentioned Carthage. Definitely Rome is doing its thing. I think Seleucids are the biggest winner so far, yeah. We also have the Gallii. They do appear to be doing pretty well themselves. So they may end up uniting some people. That would be interesting. It would be fun to play as a lot of these other nations. The Goths up here. Anyway, our goal... By the way, how's the sound balance? Is the music audible but not overwhelming? Oh, Supass is going to take off in 30 minutes. Well, that happens. Wolfpack stream may happen again tonight. So this has been like a weekend for me, which is completely free. I have a lot of free time, hence the gluttony of streams. Okay, and then, I was thinking about what game do I want to stream today. I was thinking about it for a fair amount of time, and I really feel like Field of Glory Empires, I feel like it doesn't... it didn't wow me, like... I thought it was a good game from the very beginning, but it didn't wow me. I didn't say, like, oh my gosh, drop everything, just play Field of Glory Empires forever. However, the more I think about this game, the more I think they've done an excellent job with the balancing mechanics. With this being maybe the one exception, I mean, we'll have to see how often this happens. I don't know, actually, no, I haven't really thought about the history of things and how often do nations actually just completely gobble up another one. I guess it does happen. Like the Mongols kind of gobbled up northern China and, well, a lot of other things, actually. We had, I guess, an earlier example, a little bit closer to this time, we had, what was it, the Huns? Just kind of stormed all the way to Rome. But the thing is, after the Huns invaded and all that, and they made it to Rome, and then they kind of retreat back, and Rome is remaining, right? That's kind of my understanding of history, that maybe the Antagonists should not be able to be completely overwhelmed in one single go. Maybe it should be a little bit more... Like, does it really happen in history where you have one big empire completely gobble up another big empire in just a matter of, like, 5 years? Especially in this point of time, when wars were very slow? I don't know. Bells could be asked, are you going to play Steel Division 44 or Emperor Dragon in the future? Actually, we do play that a lot on the Discord. We do multiplayer games, not streams. I mean, I can stream that too, but in general, I should say, stream that. But yeah, I'm happy to play that. Just join. Tortigo, the Hans never made it to Rome. The barbarians who sacked Rome. Who am I thinking of? The Mongols. No. Mongols is Genghis Khan. Not the Mongols. The barbarians. Wasn't it the Huns? Attila the Hun. How far did Attila the Hun make it? He didn't make it to Rome? Boy, I'm going to sound like an idiot. Anyway, so I'm going to get back into this. First of all, great forum for discussion, obviously. I think it's great, an opportunity to discuss all these things. Now, we're doing okay as far as decadence goes. We recently emerged as a glorious monarchy, which means that we advanced enough tokens to move up into the upper tier, which is fantastic. There's a lot of bonuses for this. Obviously, one of the negatives of this glorious is just this decadence gain. And I was thinking, this exact mechanic, decadence gain further increased by 35%, is what I was thinking about. I actually went for a run today, and I was thinking about it on my run. It is perfect. It's like a spring. if your empire expands too quickly, or you get too, I mean, for whatever reason, if you're too decadent, it doesn't allow you to kind of snowball out of control. It puts this little dampening spring in, which pulls back against you when you get too good. So you get to glorious, and now your decadence gain increases, which is going to increase the second number, which is going to make it so that it's going to be very hard for you to maintain the top tier, and maybe at some point you might even fall back into the bottom tier, start picking up tokens, and then you'll be dropped back down from glorious to normal. So they kind of make it difficult for the glorious, but this modifier goes away. This 35% extra decadence drops when you get to normal. However, the momentum of that fall may take you all the way through to the complete collapse. So I haven't gotten that far. We'll find out for ourselves very soon. Well, or maybe not so soon, but soon-ish. Let me see. I think we'll go with woodcutting here because it gives us money, it gives us lumber. Let me first see what trade goods we already have. We have wool, hemp, iron. What other ones do we have? We have papyrus, which is fantastic. Oh no, it's imported, damn it. From the Seleucids, okay. Fish, and nuts and seeds, and the last one, the new one we picked up, hemp and nuts and seeds. So yeah, we really do want, in that case, lumber. This will give us a very, very good trade good for us. The Visigoths sacked Rome, and then took over Hispania. Thank you. I thought it was multiple groups, but Roman history isn't my cup of tea. Ah, I see. I just leave these little half-true nuggets of history out there, and then it inspires, hopefully, some learning discussion for all. Okay, so this is also good because this will bring us our third public work, our third infrastructure one, which means we'll be able to get tier 2s after that. What's our growth like in 3 turns, in 1 turn, supposedly. We'll see if it happens. And also in 1 turn, supposedly. Also, the anchorage is due in 1 turn. We'll see if those things are true or not, because I think it's already time for us to end the turn. Now, we can combine. This one's not going to make it. It's going to take 2 turns for them to get to. I hope we can get here before the Antigone is due. I don't really want this one because it's Caucasian population. In fact, it's really only got 2 Hellenic out of 5, which is not fantastic for us. Armenia is also kind of moving in, it appears, so they may end up taking... Actually, how can we move... That's an Antigone... No, yeah, sorry. We're going to leave that for the Armenians. That's a line there. That is not... This is not an Armenia yet, but it's up to them. They could possibly, if they so choose, occupy it. Seas like... we haven't really developed our navy yet, but we will eventually. Battle of Catalonian Plains. Today, Champagne on Ardennes was where Attila was stopped at. Wow, that's very far west. I mean, I'm guessing that that's like... Champagne, Ardennes. Wait, is that up here, though? The Ardennes is up here. So, I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so I think that that's what we want to do. I was considering recruiting new people, but again, the recruitment of people takes money. It takes precious food. And I think we're hopefully going to be at peace with the Seleucids for a while. I'm going to maybe go with cooperation. We have 22% chance it works this time. So they have a lot of people they're at war with. Perhaps they'll consider cooperation. We will propose it. They're the big neighbor. I mean, if we cooperate with them, then we can maybe look to the side. Look to, I think Paphlagonia is our next target. Not that we need to do anything quickly. We can kind of consolidate our wins, especially if we get these 4 territories, I'll be happy. We will have doubled our original size. Which would be fantastic, I think. Oh, the Antigone's actually expanded a little bit. Ow! Balls! We will not double our original size. Turns out. Let's see how bad the progress tokens are. Okay. We dropped a lot. We probably need to move our army back to the right no matter what, because they're better kind of keeping people from being having too much unrest over there. Okay, we're 39 and 50 is the break point, also 24. So 24 and 50. We are a little bit closer towards the bottom, but that's, I mean, we're, frankly, it's not too surprising, right? We'll have to see. Okay, now we don't want to go that way. We'll move back over here. Oh, we can't go there because the mountain is snowed in with a blizzard. Fair enough. I don't think this is a good place to go as much as I would like to take. I mean, look, it only has 5 population. It's a kind of a messy population. We might as well let the Seleucids kind of tame that land for us. So if that's the case, I'm already going to start looking at Paphlagonia as a potential enemy. So we're going to keep moving west. Armenia rejected our offer for cooperation, I'm sure it must have been. And our ruler is degraded. That's actually a great thing. We don't want him around. Oh my goodness, a new general is finally available to us. Okay, so you're determined, and this guy's perfect. We'll put him in charge. That's perfect. So we have, wow, we have 3 new generals come, and thankfully one of them is at least a 1-1. What about the pirate ships that Pontus can build? Asks me, myself, and I. I think, well, I don't know how useful they will be. They're probably going to be useful if we want to start dominating the other territories around here. Like, in order to conquer, if we wanted to actually, as I guess Pontus historically did, if we want to take over the Bosporus region, we probably will need ships because we'll want to blockade territories so that they don't, so the sieges don't take forever. That's probably, I don't know how important that'll be against Paphlagonia. It could potentially be important as well. Bring in some money by pillaging. Well, I don't know about the pirates' ability to do pillaging or raiding or anything. I don't know. So if you know those mechanics, please let me know. Another comment: Who cares about Caucasian slaves? I guess that's an interesting point. I don't know how much this ethnicity thing. I don't know basically how much it matters that some of them are slaves versus how some are citizens. Because this has 2 Hellenic citizens and then 3 slaves. So ethnicity still shows up as Caucasian, right? Does that mean that I get or I don't get this negative penalty for conquering them? Because I have this Elena's Soter, which means that the very last line of the first paragraph, on the contrary, they are often harsh to foreign populations and will gain more decadence from conquest from that. The previous line saying, majority of Hellenes won't have a temporary production penalty nor any decadence from conquest. So does it mean, I guess majority means 50%, and that is not satisfied here. I believe that they are counting slaves. Okay. Anyway, so our army is going to be kind of useless for a small amount of time, which means at the very least we should not grow it any bigger. We did, in fact, get this anchorage and the new population, as expected. We also... What? We had another... This population growth is still stuck at growth in 1 turn, even though it did say it was going to grow last turn. So there is some confusing things about this. Alright, Harbor is now available to us. We have 3 slots available, so we don't have to be too picky. Oh, this looks fantastic. We get culture, we get 3 money, and 5 culture from the papyrus, which is so good. Where is the papyrus that we are importing? Pamia. It must be pretty far away because we were already importing it. I guess this shows that I have absolutely no idea about the different province names that are supposedly around here. Did I miss it? Ah, there it is. Okay. Apamine apparently was. Wow. No, that's not it. Imported from Apamia. This is actually a different place. Oh, there it is. Okay, got it. Oh my gosh, it shows the green arrow. Did not know that. That's awesome. That's very, 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 very good. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a trade distance of 4. That must be very expensive. We would like to do papyrus ourselves, but unfortunately that's... You know, I think it's one of those things which is a built-in natural trade good and not something that you're able to construct yourself. So we would be relying on positive relations with the Seleucids in order to gain such a fantastic benefits from the street parlor. Unfortunately, we didn't hear back from them if they want to cooperate or not. If I was just to look at diplomacy, it says... Yes, Pythagoras, your army is much better, but we suggest it still needs some development before it is a threat to us. That seems like kind of a good answer. We're not... Yeah, so we don't have any option besides war because we're trying to propose cooperation. I just want to see, basically, where do they stand? And it takes, I guess, 2 years to really learn... It takes 2 years to learn the response of a nation, whether they like you or not, but... so be it. It's fine. Otherwise, hemp field, we already have a hemp field. We don't want to do this because salt would be required, and that's just going to be very expensive. We could see money is -12 if we do that. Health -5 for quarries, which is obviously a big negative. However, it does provide a nice infrastructure bonus. I pretty much prefer every... oh, it produces stone. Okay, hold everything. Do we have anybody producing stone or trying to produce stone? We're producing wood here. We have wool, hemp, iron. We have hemp here, nuts and seeds. Now, I think that actually we do need the stone then. It can be imported from Pharnacia, which is the Seleucids. But I really don't like relying on other people for imports. Sales. I don't know how we get sales, but I would really like to do this. It probably is a level... It's probably made from a level 2 good thing. So, what are our options then? Harbor is not appealing to me. Street Parlor is very appealing. I mean, it gives 7 culture even without the 5 culture bonus from Papyrus, which to me is just a nice way to keep our empire trending upward. So it's just a question between stone or culture. Tough decision, actually. I'm really torn. I mean, this would be 3 money and 7 culture by itself. That's like fantastic. A cheap building. I mean, look at the description. It says a cheap building that will help propagate common culture among your nation, which sounds perfect. We could just hope that we get a quarry from someone else at some point. It also has the big negative impact of health, which we'd prefer not to have, obviously. Given a choice between good health and bad health, we'd choose good. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna choose this parlor, and then we'll see. So I'm gonna continue to try to grow as much as possible right now. Although that is gonna have the downside that we lose culture, but... Under pacification. So this is how many turns left? Duration 5, but how many turns has it been? We don't know. I guess we don't know. Religious trouble, that's right, that's not good. And freedom. Slaves are now being freed under certain conditions tied to their duration and work or the generosity of their master. Well, that's a nice loyalty bonus. We'll take that. Any decisions we want to enact? Yeah, again, we don't have the money to pay for the light ships. Although I could just seize them, it'll cause a loyalty penalty, and I don't want to stack up too many loyalty penalties at the same time. Still have 5 turns. We probably won't use this one ever. can actually do this. We will send emissary 1,000. Yeah, it's 1,000 money, which we clearly do not have. So the land tax and the seas common commerce light ships are the two that I would consider doing. For now, I think we're good. One of the things that I might not want to do, but I right now have, is move this army further west. The reason is it's going to be useful. I think I'm going to stop. It will be useful to move it into Calibia as soon as this storm stops, so that we can use it as a pacifying force. Oh hey, how's it going, Lethington? So we'll end the turn here. Wow. The sluices are just stomping the Antagonids. Okay, so we didn't move anywhere. Fair enough. The sluices are actually... Yeah, this is what they get. I mean, they've actually been stuck there for 2 turns so far, but no negative progress tokens. No aging tokens, I guess they're called. That's pretty fortunate for them. Maria is also... I mean, basically, when you go to war and you're stuck in those big wars, it usually does not end well for you. I would make peace with the Antagonids, but frankly, I would rather conquer, maybe. Do I want to? Clearwater and Shepherd House. Do I have a Shepherd House already? I do. What's your natural trade good? Whoops. Okay. There we go. You don't have a natural trade good? Well, that's a real bummer. That's a real bummer. I mean, it's a lot less appealing to conquer you if you don't have a natural trade good. Plus, it's the same situation where you aren't majority Hellenic. Okay, good. Now at least we're 50-50. So we have these 3 Caucasian slaves. I don't, by the way, know what the deal with slaves is. How to get Caucasian slaves to be Hellenic slaves. Oh, and we finished a salt house here. That's actually very important. And the new population, which was overdue, frankly, but at least it finally popped. Get it? Don't attack, it's not worth it, says Bells. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of the same mind here. So what we're going to do is just send our army over to the west, to the east, to try to lower this unrest. And what do we have an option to build here? This produces cattle, which is... It can be taken from the Colchis already, the Colchis? I don't know. These are the Caucasus. Yeah, it's probably Colchis. Anyway, ranch. So we already have the option to get cattle. This is probably a place that we could easily take over. Unfortunately, their culture, if I remember, is not Hellenic, which is not good for us. So that does put meat back on the menu, boys. I'm not sure if I want to do the ranch. It only provides 3 food, which is pretty mediocre, obviously. Sanitation is probably a good idea. You know what's funny is I think I enacted a thing which is supposed to randomly give you a chance to build these buildings. It's one of those decisions you can take. And it didn't build a single health building for us. So I think I just got a little bit unlucky there. And here we go. Bonus of 5 infrastructure from stone. This is exactly where stone would be nice to have. Currently don't have it. 3 out of 6. So their building slots is not a huge deal. If I wanted to build a palisade here, I honestly think it might be a good idea just because this will protect me from... It'll allow me to move my army west and kind of keep my eastern end protected. Seabass taken off. Well, good luck at your work, Seabass. Oh, blacksmith is a great option. So we do have the bonus of 5 infrastructure from iron, which is only counted as a bonus of 4 for some reason. I'm not sure why. There's some weird rounding which goes on. So there's an upkeep of 2, so this should be -2. But with the bonus of 5, this should be 3. It's kind of simple math, but I don't understand why that number is appearing as 2. It'll also give us money and metal. We really have not needed metal. We have not recruited enough. I mean, hell, our manpower is just through the roof right now because we have not been creating much of an army, which I'm sure that'll disappear very quickly the moment we need people, but for now, we're very nicely set in terms of both metal and manpower. Which means that... 8 turns, 3 turns. Guys, so we'll only have 2 slots left, but we have out there definitely are 2 free slot or 0 slot options. We don't want the monument because the decadence increase. I mean, the culture is nice, but the decadence increase is not good. What's our current? We've accumulated 10 decadence. Good lord. Let's just read the little thing here. 10% of accumulated decadence removed each turn. Decadence is gained each turn through structures, your nation size, and the passage of time. Regions that are newly conquered will also gain some extra decadence, probably the situation we have going on here, by the way, with this province. Unless if an objective. Oh, but this one was an objective. Okay. If your nation is not cultured enough compared to its decadence, then it is danger of civil war or complete collapse. Yeah, so that's the, as I said, this progress token thing, I think. Oh, me, myself, and I has followed up on the pirate ship. Fantastic. Pirate ships are constructed using the special pirate layer. I saw this, yes. And this is available to a number of factions. Good. To raid their neighbors. If this option is selected, then a raid will take place in one of the neighboring regions. The chance of success is related to the size of the raiding force. Okay. Well, that's good. Thank you. Thank you for providing that information. That's, like, awesome. This is exactly why I like streaming, because you get instant feedback. 0 upkeep. It's going to basically just buy us time when we try to figure out what we're doing. Otherwise, we have to wait 8 turns for the blacksmith. They all take up slots. Now, iron is it native? Is that even the right word? It's not native, so it must be our capital produces it. So at least that's, I mean, it's still our territory, but... Oops. The interface is a little clunky when you try to do this trade good stuff while the building options are open. It gets a little messy. I don't know, the Palisades probably seems best. Oh, more. If a region is successfully raided, then it will not be attacked again for the next 6 turns. However, during this period, productivity will be badly affected as a result of the raid. Yeah, so I've seen it happen to me. I've been raided before. I think this Palisade is what we want. I'm, like, strongly thinking it's the way to go. We have more population and 4 more turns, so basically the slot size is not a big issue. It's essentially a filler. And it should help with, I don't know, being able to look west instead of having to watch our east. You can only raid or be raided by if you do not have cordial diplomatic relations, value plus 25. Yeah, that's right. And I'm pretty sure that distant means immediately that we don't have... If it's distant, I'm sure it's not positive, so... Okay, good. So that's... I think we're setting ourselves up well. We figured out what we wanted to do there. One thing we could be doing is kind of rearranging some of our citizens. Like, so this is kind of a no-brainer. Putting 3 in here and getting this one... So I want this to be like this. So... Oh, interesting. These Caucasian slaves are useless. Yeah, the Hellenic citizens are definitely best here. I don't know if you're useful getting my... We don't really need the money, so I'd rather work on the infrastructure, get buildings faster. You guys are actually better here as well. It's kind of a weird thing. Nobody wants to make food. Yeah, so if it's 4 versus 2, and it's... Yeah, 1 versus 4. Okay, so this is fine. It's going to slow down the population growth over there, but that's fine because... I mean, the new population will be Hellenic, which is obviously to our advantage. We're now going to build a palisade. Wait, from 3 down to 2. Look, it's a province shared, so we'll probably cut down the wood cutting time. I think it was like 10, so it should have been 9. Now it's down to 5. Street Parlor was something like 8 or 6 or something. Now it's down to 4. So, you know, lots of good effects. Food growth. Yeah, food growth is looking good. We do want a little more culture. Can we swing that? 6. I think we'll do this. Just going to cut down this a little bit, but more culture is more good. You can always rate or be rated by a region. This is me, myself, and I again. By a region that is owned by one of the world nations, in effect not owned by an organized state. I don't understand that. And he says it doesn't mention how much. Okay, so let's take a look at how much it would cost for us to build one of these pirate ships. Okay, so we have a pirate. This is a normal ship, which is 4413-3301, which is just the first 4 lines, and then all the numbers of the second line. Of the 5th line, I should say. 4413-3301. Then we have 4. I'm just going to read what the previous one was, and we can read the numbers down. 4413, and it was 33. Can't remember, but basically apparently the pirate ships are a lot worse. They're even worse than it was 3301. So the range defense is higher. The defense is 3 instead of a 4. You can see pretty much that these are in every way worse. Flanking 1, experience level 1. Oh, interesting. The pirate ships would be experience level 2. Which does make them pretty nice. Finish asked if I'm liking the game. I can tell you just came into the stream because I spent like 10 minutes praising the game at the very beginning. I really like this game. I think that it's a weird game in that it did not draw me in like completely right away. But the more I play it, the more I really like it, and I think it's because the mechanics are set up really well to actually model. It's almost like a simulator. It's like a grand strategy / historical simulator. So I feel like the mechanics are really well set up to create very historical things like empires shattering, breaking apart, etc. Now Macedonia is really expanding, my goodness, and obviously the Seleucids for us just gone crazy. But at the same time, Maria has gone crazy against the Seleucids, so we have a really weird situation. Kind of very cool to imagine this whole developing dynamic. Oh, don't apologize, Finnish. It's just I'm just joking around because I spent like so much time praising the game, trying to get me to go on another rant. I guess it's not a rant. It's a praise, a note of praise. So the problem with these pirate ships is they're going to cost 15 to make, and then they're going to be 5 for maintenance. So there is definitely some drawbacks to producing them. Let me see what kind of modifiers we have. Glorious Shipbuilders. Bonus XP to everyone. Okay, that's fine. And then I guess the other bonus XP comes from the province itself. Yeah. Apply only to light warships. This is interesting. It says it applies to light warships. So why does my light warship only have experience level 1? This doesn't make sense. Experience level 1 and the pirate ships are experience level 2. Even the warships are experience level 2 and the heavy... Yeah, I don't understand. There's some mechanics going on here I'm not exactly sure about. Maybe one of these other things is adding? No. Yeah, I frankly don't know. Tortuga, you praising the game is like you saying you can fly without being sniped. I actually don't understand the analogy there. Praising the game is like saying you can fly without being sniped by merchants. So does that mean that I'm not praising a game? I mean, I guess we should probably build I guess we should build some pirate ships and just figure out what they do. The only way to find out, and this is kind of an exploratory playthrough plus stream in preparation for the series I do on this. So, okay, they're affordable. The limitation will definitely be equipment. We can get 3 of them. That's going to be 15, which we can't technically afford yet, but we'll find a way to finance them eventually. And these guys do or do not have carrying capacity. I guess they should, right? I think this is the same thing as Rome Total War, where even one ship can carry an entire amount. Or maybe that when you embark your land forces, they appear as the coastal ships or whatever. I don't know. I think so. Could get 4. That seems... I mean, they're pretty cheap. So let's get 3 for now. We're going to find out how useful these are. And I think 3 is a good start, right? So we'll see how well they do as far as rating. And it's going to, as I mentioned, I mean, the real downside is that it's going to increase our maintenance, our upkeep, money upkeep. But we'll try to find a way around that. And I don't mind taking our treasury down to very low amounts to try to get ahead. Oh, this Lucid rejected our offer. Okay, so that kind of makes us think for a moment. Think. If the Marians continue to advance, we may want to... Let's consider... Yeah, let's do this the other way around then. We did want... This is fun, by the way. This is so fun. We wanted to go to war with the Paphlagonians and just expand west. We would have been like this snake of a territory, which is kind of ugly, but whatever, it's fine. Now, I think, oh, final cooperation is 0. You own some of our objectives. Well, that's going to make things difficult. I wanted to see if we could be friends with the Paphlagonians and then maybe move against the Seleucids. But they're making this difficult. Well, we did everything we need to do. I was just trying to micromanage this aspect. The money chop's probably also a lot from this, right? 11 turns. 1 turn left for religious trouble, which is good. Pacification has 4 turns left. So this duration is not how long it started. How many turns it was going to have from start. It's actually how many turns which remain, which is nice, and I should have realized that. So moving that army over here is not even that necessary, considering one of the problems we're going to have, this one, which is causing an issue, and also, you know, decreasing our money a fair amount. How much, though? Regional modifiers is minus 60%, but that is what? From 50% penalty here and 10%, so this is going to drop a little bit. So basically, importation and missing resource costs, negative 12, taxes 4. Yeah, our income is 0. Well, 0 by any multiplier is not going to get us anywhere, so I guess it doesn't matter if we have no taxes here. Which is a little bit weird, because we do have 3 Hellenic citizens. They are not paying taxes? Like, why? I don't know. We'll get the army over there to sort it out. And yeah, okay, we'll just start off with 3 pirate ships. We'll do it. We'll just do it. But this is back up to 6? I thought this was down to 2 as well. Oh, probably because we moved this guy away. That's right, to get a little more culture. Okay, I'm fine with this. Let's see what happens. Kurt Oak Tree has joined us. Tortugans of the Pontus Axionis. Axanos. Unite. You have nothing to lose but your shells. But if we lose our shells, we're really in a bad way, so. Alright! Oh, we're so close. 1 away from moving back up into the positive direction. I don't think you can even do anything besides, I mean, the Glorious. I guess you can go into a... I have no idea what happens, essentially, after you get from when you're already a glorious nation, and then you continue to expand. So, Athens, of all people, should be able to tell us. They're at 5 progress tokens. So I guess you can't do anything. Once you're glorious, you just collect tokens. Emergency levy, receive extra troops to your capital, and it costs legacy points. Don't think we're going to do that. Minus 100 legacy points. No, I think this has a negative effect on our legacy decadence score, so I really don't want to do that. What is it? Okay, 10 units appear. Wow, that's significant. But as it mentions, we don't qualify, and furthermore, I don't think it'd be a good thing to do. Okay, so money situation did not improve yet, but I guess that just points out the fact that we really are not getting any taxes from this group. Actually, it improved from -8 to -1, so where did the extra money go? Because we're at -5, which is what I thought we would be at if everything stayed the same because of the additional 15 maintenance from this army. But considering that's where we should have been, and this number moved from -8 to -1, where did the other 7 money go? It's a mystery. Must have some corruption. Money's being sent off somewhere. So you can raid. Okay. Do I have to choose a province? No. Order a raid on a random adjacent non-pillaged enemy region. Depending on the presence of the present enemy units, the raid can be fail or succeed. Okay. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll try to raid and see if they do anything. I'll raid the hell out of the Paphlagonians. They rejected my offer for... In fact, they didn't even give me a chance to offer them cooperation. So all eyes on this war. Oh, I don't think it looks good. I think the Marians might be pushed back. By the way, I was thinking about playing the Marians, and I think it would have been kind of a fun thing to do. Seleucids over here. This weird client state, which is just kind of... Oh, they're neutral. But their relations... I think that they're... Oh, they're at war with the Seleucids. Oh, okay. Bactria is the client state. That's right. As shown by, I guess, the diagonal checker pattern. Interesting times. Rome... I think they've actually lost a territory. Carthage looks about the same. The Aquitanes are expanding nicely. Macedonia has not expanded much more. Okay, good. Yeah, so Paolo Abib says it's like Civ. Every land unit is a transport ship. Well, after you get the lighthouse technology, I think, right? You can't do transport until that happens. Anyway, don't want emergency levy. Just want to check all my people out. So we're just so close in terms of culture from getting in. I think that being one below means that probably just with the shifting around and changes of fortune and whatnot, we'll get back into the top tier on our own. It's an interesting question considering we can't move up from glorious. Do we even need to or want to do that? I think we're going to go for the money at this point. Okay, you're... Well, we're going to have an extra building slot as soon as this one or before this one finishes in 2 turns for the population. You're also like that. So I think I'm going to pull 2 out just for a little bit of extra money or... Okay, you're 5-5-6-6. You are 5-5. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if this person works or the slaves work, or there's no difference. So if we do this, we're still going to grow in 2 turns supposedly. We should be making a little bit more money. Culture shouldn't have slipped too much. I think that this micromanagement is not always very fun. I'm kind of getting it with 3 provinces. It's okay, but I'm just still trying to get a feel for the game, and I want to see what their optimization is when you're not there. Decadence is down to 9.8, so our decadence is dropping, which is fantastic. Oh, so decadence is per territory. Okay. That's very nice. Oh, this is fantastic. So now we can see that the decadence... It's added per turn to each territory, but they're tracked separately for whatever reason. Because we have almost no decadence at all. Because of the Preceptor House. I get it. Okay, so we actually don't need the Preceptor House here. It's not really going to do much for us. Okay, well let's not overkill. Let's be very slow. Like, I don't want to drop into the bottom tier. Bells thinks that the Seleucids are going to crumble the same way the Antigonids have. It's possible. Looks like you can only raid nations which you are at war with, or the no nation minor provinces. Ah, well that's not good, but we're gonna make up the money anyway, so we'll just have a small pirate fleet. Pirates should be able to raid anybody. That doesn't make any sense. Or we can just go to war with the Paphlagonians, park our army here, and then let the pirates raid. It has been pretty fun. Oh, yep. Okay, that's perfect. That puts us... 34 puts us just a little bit beyond the positive thing. I guess I haven't thought about it this way as like a zero-sum game. If we get into the top 25, that's someone else who is not there. So I guess in that sense, maybe I should be trying to go in just to kick someone else out. But it would be at the cost of quite a lot of income, and I don't really care. So no, I would rather have the money. Gather mercenaries. Gain mercenary units for some money if there are local tribes around your nation. Yeah, this costs 1,000. It's quite expensive. Paphlagonia was raided by Pontus. Oh, it worked. And the interlopers were soundly defeated. That's not good. So it turns out that they have a navy. Okay, alright. Well, this is the naval arms war, essentially. We're just going to escalate then. If 3 does not allow us to raid, then we will go and do even more. First, we'll move them over here and have them raid again. See if they can raid you. But, oh wait, you have 5 ships. No, don't raid. Cancel. Don't raid. Come back into port. Sorry, let me do this. Select you. Right-click there. Now right-click on port. Now, next thing is start the naval arms race. Is this province? I want the province. Okay. Alright, 3 more. If they have 4, we will have 6. If they have 5, we will have 8. Just keep building up. We got nothing else to do now that we don't need the culture, and we can actually acquire a bit of money. Okay, so 2 turns left for Street Power, which is going to give us money, culture, everything nice. Which is further going to allow our people to move out of the culture area. Probably to population? I don't know. 4 turns left. 1 left in the Palisades, which is good. 3 turns for growth here. So let me just move these guys down for a second. Yeah, that's 2 and 4 and 4, 3 and oh, sorry. Let's move you here for a moment. Yeah, it's really bad. There's not a huge benefit to this. I wonder if there's some penalty to growth right now. But anyway, we'll just park ourselves here. Food penalty 25%. That's the one. But infrastructure penalty is 25%. So food and infrastructure are penalized quite a bit under this pacification, which only lasts for 2 more turns. Which means that we are doing the correct thing. We are avoiding commerce and culture because they would have a even bigger, double the penalty. Waiting for Tortuga to build a strategic trireme. Yeah, that's essentially what these pirate ships are. They probably aren't very good in combat, but strategically at the world map, they can raid and do kind of, you know, help with sieges and stuff like that. So, yeah, and when we see that the Colchis fleet has 5 units, by the way, we ought to get somebody in charge of this fleet, and I guess we'll pick the older one. Yeah, we'll pick the older one. I don't know why. Just do it. Rationale there, I don't think it matters. They're 5 years apart, not a big deal. But rationale was, I want to save the younger ones for the on the army. Although the Navy may end up being a very important part of our existence, I don't know yet. So we'll wait for the... You know what? Why stop there? We'll get 4. We're going big. We can support exactly 4 with our current maintenance and all that, and we're getting more buildings, which should increase our money. Okay, that's good. I think we're all set for this turn then. We only have, what, 1 more turn? 2 more turns past? Okay, so we wait here 1 more turn, and then the Palisades will be finished so we can move out. Got it. I like it. Good plan. We could, by the way, go in and attack the Antigonids. You can see that neither the Seleucids nor the Pontins nor the Armenians want this one territory of the... Oh, okay, never mind. I spoke too soon. And hey, good thing we didn't try to take it. I mean, I could feel myself like typing in my own chat, Tortuga, go take it. But the amazing thing is, if we had done that, we would have been wiped out by the Seleucid Empire. So even though we took more people out of culture, we're back up to almost the top tier, which is fantastic. So that's very good to see. Yeah, so truly you cannot gain more than 5 progress tokens at Glorious. Nothing happens. Okay, makes sense. Okay, this health ruler is deteriorated to poor. That's music to my ears. Frankly, I'm just quite happy about that. Let's get these 2 fleets to merge. There we go. So effectiveness will be diminished, I think. Oh, interesting. So maybe that doesn't apply to people who are newly created or something. Anyway, we have a nice fleet of... Oh, look at that. The naval arm race. It's true. They now have a fleet with 8 and a fleet of 4. Okay, then we will get a fleet of 16. That's getting a bit expensive. Merchants report not even the great expanse of the Oceanus are spared from pirates. New pirate fleet. Huh? This has like nothing to do with me. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Rich citizens of Polomonia donated 15 money to the state. That's fantastic. There's a new population in the region. Great. And our ruler is degrading in health. Fantastic. Nothing but good news. What can we do with Calibia now, this poor occupied area? So it looks like we can't move. Okay, we can move out, but we can't move into regions with blizzards. Got it. Well, they're fine now. Their pacification period is over in 1 turn. And we can start... Oh, perfect. Public Works is... Actually, we might go with the Herbalist. I think of these 2... 0 slot usage is very important, mind you, but we'll get a new population which solves that problem by itself in 2 more turns, supposedly. Don't get me wrong, I mean, this is a very good one, too. This is money, siege resistance, boarding cost. I think this is actually the one we'll go with. They're all good options. 1, 2, and 3. Let's look at the training ground. Nah, I don't think we need this. I'd rather not focus one of these territories on military yet. I mean, I don't know what I want to do. This one just, there's nothing wrong with this, right? Doesn't take a slot usage, gives us money, doesn't take any infrastructure, siege resistance, boarding cost. So boarding cost just means at least you can board ships. Bell's Cuppy says you need to start building some heavy ships. Yeah, you're probably right about that, and we are getting the experience of 2 from them for some reason. So that's nice. Although I fear for the maintenance. Speaking of that, since money is kind of the issue right now, well, I mean, we have 1 more turn before we make any money here, but okay, it's only 1 turn. It's 1 turn. It's kind of like a free reset. Instead of shuffling, we just get a free 0 slot, nice money-making anchorage, and we'll probably do Public Works if that appears again. We'll do the Herbalist if that appears again, but this is relatively low in population at 6, so we don't need... to me, in my head, around like 8 or 10 even is when I want to get health buildings. Tortuga to launch the quadrireme. I can't read your silly Cyrillic. Get it? Silly Cyrillic. Anyway, let's look at the options for building. We're in this war, right? This silly... Escalation. So we need, for heavy warships, they will be a maintenance of... That's it? What? Six, 3-1. 6-3-1. 6-3-1. So is one heavy warship worth 2 lights? I mean, 2 regular ones? I think so. 6-6-2-3. 6-6-2-3. Well, it's not that much better. It's 8-8-3 versus 6-6-2. And they're both effectiveness of 3. Let's look at the ranged. 4-4-0-1 versus 6-6-0-1. Yeah, that is better. Okay, food usage of 1. This is going to be ultimately what decides it for me. Food usage of 0.6. So I think that with the flanking bonuses, just having more ships is going to be better. In which case, building more warships is better. Oh, that's Greek, not Cyrillic. Oh, I see. I can actually kind of read it now that I look at that. It's Greek for dreadnought. Mu is D? Gamma? Never mind. I mean, I can read each individual letter, but the fact that lambda is... I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Welcome, Bashiri. Okay, well, we'll need to get these warships, but I guess the problem for us at the moment is that we don't have the province... We can't build them because we don't have the appropriate buildings. So we'll be looking for those now, and I guess building an anchorage here is a step in the right direction. Yeah, everything looks good here. I mean, if we can save a little bit of money anywhere... Culture-wise, let's just bite the bullet and shift all culture gains into money. Okay, this one's better because it's +6, -6, but this is -5, +6, so it's better to split that one out. We'll just do these very nice and easy, one at a time, just one at a time, so until we... If we go too low, that's a bad thing, right? Now, I think that our decadence is going down every turn because of this acquirement thing. So this is dropping by 10% every turn, and barely... It's going up by 0.3 and then dropping by 10%. I don't know which way it's done, if it's added by 0.3 and then dropped by 10%, or dropped by 10% and then added by 0.3. It must be added and then dropped, right? Add 0.3, drop 10%. Otherwise, it would take forever. Because once you get to 3, then you wouldn't even be dropping. Regardless, this is dropping, which is probably going to put us in an upward trend and deposit us on the top tier eventually. We don't even need that right now. But because we're already glorious. Anyway. I really would like... I would like somebody to tell me how these slaves work. How can I get these slaves to be not Caucasian? I mean, this sounds like a very racist comment. I just want them to be my people type. I mean, there's no hiding behind it. This is a very racist statement. But this is the way the game works. Ethnicity. I need them to be Hellenic. I don't know how that works for the slaves. So I think that there's just a conversion chance for citizens, but I've never seen it work for slaves. Maybe I should look and see what kind of decisions we have, like freeing the slaves or whatnot. Oh, okay, wait. This, I think, goes away in a turn, doesn't it? 2 turns. Oh, we have this! We can pay an indemnity, or we can just say, F you, take the loyalty penalty for 4 turns. I think we do this. We're gonna do it. So it expires next turn, and we're gonna take light and medium ships. Hold on to your butts. The money income is gonna plummet because we're not paying for them. The loyalty penalty. Who knows what ends up happening with the loyalty? But the biggest thing is we're gonna have a huge maintenance fee. Land tax. Well, this will further hurt loyalty. Let's maybe wait 1 turn just to see how poorly they react to our taking up all these ships. So in theory, we're going to get more money. We're going to get money here. And we're going to get money here. I mean, should be a really good turn for us. If all goes well. By the way, just out of curiosity, can you make it there? No, not until the next turn. Okay, fine. See what happens. 12 ships total, so 7. We're going to gain 8 ships, 15. So we should be at an advantage now. Oh wow, without even trying, we still moved up into the top tier. Fine by me. Look at the Antigonids! They must have stabilized somehow. They're now in an upward trend. Well, it's not hard to do when you're so small. Under the wise rule of Pythagoras, Pontus civilization is progressing. Okay, that's just telling us what tier we're in. We're fine. We're winning our war. Like, there's no war. There's no Antigonids anywhere near us. We might as well ask for peace. We are overstretched. I guess they are overstretched. Relative combat power between us. We are not neighbors. Means that they're more likely to accept. Frankly, the fact that we are not neighbors should be more than maybe even 10%. Seems like if you're not neighbors... they are fighting alone. We are fighting alone. I don't know if the we... I think the we is their person saying, oh, we, the Antigonids, are fighting alone. Maybe we should not. We despise some nations. You despise some nations. Yeah, it is talking to us. You despise some nations we appreciate. What nations do we despise? I have no idea. But 30% chance. It's not that it really matters. In fact, I guess forget it. How do I cancel? I'm just gonna cancel it because you know what? I don't think it matters. Let them just... I don't think the war does anything for us. Huh. Incompetent idiots here. Armenian genocide, 282 BC. Colorized. Yeah, well, those Caucasian slaves, I don't know what to do with them. Biggest countries are not always the best, and Russia in World War II is a great example. Well, Russia in World War II, World War I, I should say. World War I had, yeah, a lot of issues. That's kind of like pulling really... Oh my gosh, look at this fleet! Alright, we'll give that one a nice general. Move you over. Yeah, you guys better be scared. This is happening. In fact, if I don't see an army, we might just declare war and move in. Diplomacy. Are you guys more interested in cooperating now that... Huh. I was reading this second thing, which I should have just done out loud. If your relationships are good, 50 or better, it becomes full cooperation, which means that they can't declare war on you. Contrary to an alliance, you are not sharing supply or fighting together, and are not considered allies in most circumstances. Okay, good to know. That's what I thought. This cooperation is essentially like, yeah, we're kind of okay. We're friends. We're not going to go... Probably not going to go to war with each other. I still would really like this from the Seleucids. It's just because I want it from somebody. Yeah, I mean, this is how it works with diplomacy. Diplomacy is about narrowing your front. And I sadly think that the Seleucids, we need them to just switch their focus away from us. We need to get bigger and stronger before we can really take them on. Although getting wider and increasing our frontage with them is not really going to help us too much. My hope is that they don't have too many objectives in this area. So, I mean, I guess we can look through diplomacy. Where are their objectives? Yeah, their objectives are... None of them are on us. They have Judea, they have Cyprus, and Syria and Bosnia. And then Mohen, whatever, which is Maria. That's great. So they haven't focused on the Turkish area so far. So I think we will do it. We will ask once again for cooperation. You know, what we could do is actually donate. Oh my god. We got a problem. We're going to war. The only thing which can solve this money crisis is war. Dude, that's negative 91 even with... Oh, it's it's entirely our military upkeep. This might not have been a good idea. Who suffers from this loyalty thing? Irate fleet owners. Where? There we go. So it only happened in one province, which is not too bad. Irate fleet owners means loyalty penalty of 10 for 5 turns. Actually, these guys are relatively loyal anyway. So that's... I think that, in the end, I kind of think it paid off. We will need more people on money. We need more people on money. Much more money. Okay, more money there. And are you guys... You're actually making money now, thank God. So we'll put more people here into money. Let's move this guy down here just for a moment. So yeah, it's 2 versus 5. 2 versus... Yeah, so... And these guys are also 2 versus 5. Damn it. So money is... I mean, food is just really hard to grow in this area. In fact... We're going to grow in 2 turns anyway. I might do this. It didn't even change the time to growth. So, yeah, so they're 5 each. I could probably put even more people into money. And that is a lot of money we need to make back at the cost of infrastructure. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. One good thing, I guess, with having this province construction situation is if we choose not to build something, I guess it accelerates the production, the building of a building somewhere else. Well, money is a huge concern for us. Decadence increase of 0.2, it might be worth it, unfortunately, because we're not in good shape monetarily. Boy. Like, the last thing we need right now is something which costs infrastructure and just gives us... this is not good. I think we're gonna have to... I don't want to go with a bank because the decadence increase, but decadence here is actually negligible because of the preceptor house. So, you know, 22 turns. Sorry, that was too loud, but 22 turns. Alright, we just need to hold out 22 turns. Somebody do the math. I don't think it's gonna work out for us, but I think I will remove this guy from culture. We're a very uncultured people. Yeah, we need the money. Everyone's moving into the investment area. This is food and money and only -1 infrastructure versus clear water. Clear water is... you know, until this very moment, I thought it was clean water. It's probably about the same. But clear water, what does that even mean? Actually, I think it makes more sense as clean water. Restricted to the more fertile lands and having no initial cost, but it does have an upkeep cost. Yeah. It also used in a slot in the region, so it's a great way to jumpstart to tier 2 health buildings. I just don't understand. We already have a health thing here. What? Oh, health bonus. There it is. I was like, wait, it provides health. I'm pretty sure it provides health. So weirdly enough, it lists the health here, but it doesn't list the health in the modifier when it's here. Maybe I should contact AGEOD about that. It's a little bit weird. But anyway, I mean, there's really almost nothing we can... There's just no... I don't think there's any way around it. It's going to take up one of our precious 2 remaining slots, which is why clear water even makes more sense, but we need the money. And it's going to give us 10 food as well. Hard to pass up. Let's go with the coastal market, which is also going to jumpstart us towards tier 2. It only takes 2 turns, so that's fantastic. 35 turns for the bank, you know, just another day. Now, the manpower is extremely negative, which is not good. We need to go to war with these people and just try to clobber them or not. We just need to do it. What is going on here? Raider. Oh. Oh my gosh. These are pirate ships. These are all pirate ships. Oh my good lord. Let's merge the fleets. Maniacal cackle. Yeah, we're going to war. Forget these guys. We can do it. This is like an emergency war. We tried to cooperate. We tried, but they just wouldn't have any of it. 0%. I mean, they're at war with Macedonians, which is probably just a tie-over from the Thracian War over here. Yeah, we're going in. We need to destroy this fleet of ours as fast as possible. Okay, let's go to war. And because we'll be at war, I think, does the war take place now, or... By the way, it doesn't give me a raid option. I think that's because these warships are in there. How do I do this? What's the right way of doing it? I might want to split these into like... I might want to split this group and then can I raid? Yes! Ha ha ha! It worked. And the pirate ships, honestly, are more expensive. This is so many freaking pirate ships. Oh, we need to raid, by the way, because we really, really need the money. So let's send them there and see what happens. It's 15 against 12, so it's not necessarily a guarantee, but... I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter. We're going to war either way. And the warships, we'll probably just park them, because their maintenance is only slightly higher, if I'm recalling correctly. Pirate ship is +5, and the warships are +6. Exactly. So the pirate ships are only moderately better at war. I mean, sorry, only they're worse at war. They're much worse at war. But they're only moderately, like only just a tiny bit less expensive. So let's get rid of some of those. And I think that 15 against 12, I'm assuming that these are not light ships. We'll probably lose a couple. Now, if we can get them to defend, they will not get the extra dice roll. And having 15 against 12, don't underestimate that. It's actually, 12 might be the maximum you can fit. So that might actually mean that we can't flank them. Huh. However, if the battle continues more than once, if either of us lose ships, we'll have 3 replacements and they'll have 0. Okay, well, anyways, we'll see what happens. We're going to war anyway. It's out of my hands, even though it's clearly not. End the turn. We're doing it. We're either going to be a great power after this, or we're just going to die in our attempt to maintain our own economy. And we did narrow the money down to -34. That's really not... I mean, we are at -90... What was it? I forget. So we dropped it by almost 60, which is insane. And we still made the cut. Who would have thought? Well, we'll see what happens with the rating. I don't know if it's like once every 6 years, right? Evoking a dubious Casus Belli, Pontus declared war on Paphlagonia. Look at it. Don't make no mistake. I'm just going at you. It's just, there's no... Despite the local defenders, Paphlagonia was raided by... Hey, plunder happened! We saved it. We got a little money. Hooray! Okay, that's fine. We knew that was going to happen. We got a little bit of money. I don't know what that means. Defensive bonus is +1. Movement bonus +1. Active only in open. Okay, interesting. So they do have a defensive bonus. So it's 1-to-1 as long as they aren't attacking. Unfortunately, So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move both of our fleets into here. We're going to go for it. And let them still raid if they... Yeah, just keep the raiding. Keep doing that raiding thing. There's plenty of other territories we can raid as soon as we get over there. Alright, religious ceremony. Raise loyalty and reduce unrest with religious buildings. I know, we would really like to do that, but we don't have religious buildings. Develop infrastructure. Produce more or gain instantly extra infrastructure points. The health of the ruler has degraded to very poor. Fantastic. Invoking dubious... that's right. We already did that. So those are probably all these things. Hurry up and die, my old man. Let's see what this offers us. Have the workers work harder. Infrastructure increases by 15%. We lose 10 loyalty points in each region. These effects last 6 turns. I think this is worth doing. Otherwise, we can just pay money, which we have no money to pay. 3 infrastructure points per population. That is a huge amount. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. And we would instantly get it. Actually, I think I like this better. 1, it doesn't cost money, obviously. But 2, we might not... I don't know how many infrastructure points you can store. Okay, let's do it. Using the infrastructure. Let's do this. We'll take the extra infrastructure. It'll get that bank finished a little faster, hopefully. So this should give us a little bit of infrastructure as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 3. Not a whole lot. At least it finishes next turn. Everything's looking okay. We can probably shift people out of... Wait. Yeah, we can probably shift more people in for money. And I'll shift one over here to make up for it. We're just going to reduce the population growth, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Just gotta get this bank done. Probably also need to shift the population here and move this one over. Pretty crazy how insane this costly war is going to be. We already have everyone working there. Okay, fine. We're good. Do we want to attack? I don't know where their army is. I suspect that it's not. We could probably take this place. What are you? You're Hellenic? But quite mixed. Semitic, Egyptian, literally a mixed slave. Balkanic, Hellenic citizen. Okay, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Hellenic citizens and 4 non-Hellenic slaves. They have an amazing amount of accumulated decadence. That's a newly taken province, that's why. This one as well. Look at the one that we want. Okay, actually is this one, because it has the highest Hellenic balance. Did the Seleucids run over Tortuga when he wasn't looking? No, actually the Seleucids have thankfully left us alone, but we're now at war with the Paphlagonians. It was either expand or die, because I took a... You know, in hindsight, a dubious... Not dubious, but... questionable, that's the word. I accepted a questionable decision to get medium and light ships. This is not going to do anything for us. So we'll leave that as an option if we ever get religious buildings. Not yet, though. What? Where's this? Oh, this is Paphlagonia. Okay, somebody has some bonus. We're suffering from this negative. And this lasts... Oh, this is a good thing. Slaves are now being freed, and this lasts for 6 more months. Okay, good. We do have this... Are we losing slaves because of that? By the way, if we're losing... I don't understand this, how slaves versus citizens work, besides the fact that they produce unrest, which is not good. So I'm fine with that. We should probably look at the decisions. So we saw that the loyalty affected 1, but we're still doing okay. So let's go ahead and do this. We will tax heavily all regions. Loyalty will fall in many regions for a significant number of turns. 15 for 8 turns. Wow! That's too much. 8 for 4 turns I can do. Tax heavily alleged allied cities. Widespread discontent. Regions are mostly made of citizens of our main ethnicity. Risk nothing. Other regions net extra money but lose 15 loyalty for each. So I see. It's a combination of this for other people versus preserving. I don't like that at all. Our wealthy citizens have paid their due, and now the poorer must work. This is the +1 permanent unrest modifier. I won't do that. So we'll do the minor land tax, because I do want some extra money. Develop infrastructures we're also going to do. This is going to be a interesting turn. Things are moving quickly now. And this is where I think the game picks up steam. Once you kind of get into it, I feel like we're doing okay. I feel like it's becoming more of a compelling game. It's a game that I actually want to pick up and play. You know, or I should say, it might be the game I choose to pick up and play in my free time. Ah, Robert, I missed it. That was, in hindsight, yes, that was very clever. Question is, do we want to try to invade one of these places? It's all mountainous, which means it's not going to be... This is hills, actually. So it'd be almost impossible to protect, but I have this weird feeling we could actually get away with taking this place. By the way, their decadence is something terrible. What is happening to these people? Good Lord, we should just let them die themselves. Actually, this war might tip them over the edge. This is like war at the worst possible time for them. Let's take this population 10 area. This is just gonna really hamstring them. It has a bonus. This one has irate fleet owners, raided, blockaded. We don't want that one. Wait, how is it blockaded? Oh! No? I don't understand that. Looks like this should be the C zone for blockade, but I'm here? I'm not really sure. Anyways, let's move into... Let's take the territory, which is... Or try to take the territory, which is, you know, the best looking one. And this has no defensive stuff at all. We probably should have thought about getting something defensive, but too late now. It's fine. We'll put together some meager defense eventually. Mine is 26. We really have done our best to improve economy. Like, every citizen is working the economy. Only slaves are working the either food or infrastructure. Crazy. This is very risky. So I'm debating whether I should do it. And as a good streamer or content creator on YouTube or whatever should do, I should probably vocalize my thoughts instead of just keeping them bottled up or, you know, processed in my head. I'm debating whether or not it's worth the risk to take this, which... just because I don't know where their main army is, and I'm wondering if I move here, can I get back here before they get there and conquer my territory? I don't exactly know how the game mechanics work. I think I'm going to do it. Because I will learn one way or another how the game mechanics work. For example, if they come in here first, like they arrive there ahead of time, I think that they would conquer the territory. But if I arrive there in the same turn, I think, even though they got there first, we have a chance to kind of repel them from conquering. I don't think that it's conquered and then conquered again by me to count as, you know, some huge decadence penalty. And what we'll do, if it ends up happening that way, is just find out what the rules are exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and go with it. Explaining all my thought processes. How did that happen? How did that happen? It lied to me. They really were here. Oh my gosh. So my 15 ship fleet. Okay, well, hey, we wanted to get rid of some ships. This is not the way I wanted to do it, but we're surely going to lose some ships here. Wow, we lost even that battle, which we should have won. We lost that one, which we should have won. Boy, the die rolls are just not going our way. Oh, this is an invasion fleet. Okay, that one did go our way, and it should have. This one also went our way, and it should have. Now, this one is not going our way, and it ended in a draw. That's actually fantastic. I'm so happy it ended in a draw. So we got 2 ships destroyed at the cost of 1. I think the fight happens again. No, we moved. Fantastic. Okay, so good. We now know we need to move back to this territory. This is 1 unit. No, sorry, 7 units. It says 1, but I guess those are the urban militia. 7 against 12. We have like a 4-to-1 combat ratio, so should be an easy win for us. Oh my gosh, this looks. I feel bad for them. So hills have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Okay, good. Wow. That was already a good start. Oh, this is a roll. This is just an absolute avalanche. It's just not funny. Oh! One of our guys goes injured! No! And this guy should die in pursuit. He did. Oh man, we got one injured party. Otherwise it was almost a perfect battle. And I don't see their army. Oh, I see their army. Oh boy, that's a big one. And now we have to play this guessing game of where are they. Well, we dropped 16, not too unexpected. I kind of interested, where are they? Path. Have they made it to the top? They are. They're about to become glorious. Oh boy. How are they doing that with all this decadence? That's just insane. So this is the big army. They have a 0-0 general, which is nice. I'd like to see his trait. Navigator. That's probably not the best decision from the AI. So we want. Did we raid, by the way? I was hoping we would raid. Let's move back. Obviously, we want to move back. Both fleets. That first one will arrive first, so that's good news. We'll be fine. Let's see what happens. The Seleucids felt our offer was not in their best interest and rejected it. Guys, whatever. Your time is coming. So we conquered that territory. I think I'm just going to immediately vacate it and defend the homeland. And we'll find out if that whole thing about what I said is true or not. Okay, was raided by Bithynia, was raided by Pontus, and the defenders got crushed. Oh wow, this is fantastic. So we got more money. Oh my gosh, we got a lot of money. I wish it would show you how much money you gained. I really do. It would be really nice, but it doesn't. That's these things are paying for themselves. Pythagoras, some bad general. Wait, what does it say? Pythagoras, the bad Pythagoras, the bad health of general. Oh, I see. It's addressed to me. Pythagoras, dear Pythagoras, the bad health of General Chosroes forced him to retire from active duty. That's actually a good thing. He wasn't very good. We'll just make sure that it's not one of the people he wasn't. Oh, he was defending. Oh, here, take a new person then. I don't think that was actually it. And this guy's still good. Fantastic. Okay, so we'll get them there. I think we'll get there first, and we'll have the defensive bonus. I hope. Oh God, I hope. Okay, I think this was a good move, actually. Going in here, essentially this is like a raid. It's not a raid in, in the truest form, but pillage the countryside. You can pillage the region if you are in if you have combat units in a disloyal, non-pillaged region. So why can we not do that? If you have combat units in a disloyal, non-pillaged region. Is this region pillaged? I don't know, but anyways, obviously I still want to retreat back. So we'll retreat back. I think we're going to be okay. Don't want to see that again. Decreed new public works laws. So what other decisions do we have? Just mercenaries, which is like 1,000. We're not going to do that. Very good. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. We have built something. The coastal market has been built. Fantastic. The governor of Calibia had no choice but to crucify a few religious agitators. Yikes. So religious trouble, we have more religious trouble for 5 months. Great. Increased worker labor, so 15% bonus, that's nice. Minor, oh wow, these are stacking up, aren't they? Probably not the best idea to do that. Note to self. Regulate your own thing here. We'll get rid of that blockade immediately. That's not going to be an issue. Harbor's not being used, so we'll liberate that in a moment. So this, I really wish it would show you. I should have just, I mean, it doesn't show you. I mean, I remember in Rome Total War, it was very clear where the harbor for every province was. They don't make that clear. In fact, since the marks are up here, I actually assumed this is the area. We did get some money out of it because we raided somewhere else, but obviously it would have been much better to protect ourselves and destroy their fleet. So we did that, and the governor did some bad religious things. Okay, fine. We actually have enough money we could afford to buy another military unit. Who's the one who took damage? It was one of our regular infantry. Well, I mean, okay, so we have, Calibia has a slot available. Public Works seems like a really good choice at this point. I mean, don't get me wrong, sanitation is still... Oh, vineyard. Wow, that's a good one. I don't have wine. A lot of good choices, honestly. The Public Works ones is, since it's the last slot available... No, we're going to have a new slot available starting next... I think we'll go with the vineyard, which is also going to increase growth. And that's like, all of that is a good thing. And it'll give us access to level 2. I think this is good. We gotta do a vineyard somewhere, right? Now, you... Market? Pretty sure that's what I'm gonna end up doing. We do need a ranch eventually. One of our people need to have a ranch, but money being the... I mean, money's actually not as much of a concern anymore. Negative 14. We've actually done it. We dug ourselves out. Ranch. Market. So we're missing a lot of potential money from a lot of different things, and the only thing we're getting extra money from is salt. Still, that's 7 money even if we didn't have salt, and 12 money because we do. Otherwise, this population is getting a little bit bigger at 8. I probably could start doing some health bonuses here. That's either a market or a ranch. Those are the two front runners. They're both tough. I think the ranch is better for us long term, as long as we can survive without the additional money of the market. What I'd like to see actually is a palisades. I would like to start defending these places. Isn't salt a natural product of streamers? Oak Tree is a very witty fellow. Salt's mainly generated by, I think salt's mainly generated by like Battle Brothers and that game, XCOM. XCOM and Battle Brothers are like huge sources of salt. Not so much are games like... Well, this one has strong RNG as well, but yeah, those games with a little bit less salt. Something like Kingdom Come Deliverance strikes me as a game with less salt. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go with... Needs pottery trading required. I don't want that then, I'm gonna go with ranch. I want one of my people to have a ranch. Very good. Yeah, RNG is the true source of salt. It's true. Okay, so we've done it. We know what we're going to do here. I have no idea if this is going to work, but in 2 more turns, we'll have nice food production sources over here. Hopefully we preserve this territory. It's actually has more population than our capital, which is... Didn't realize that. And we don't need the extra growth here. I might do this just to speed up the bank. Yeah, I think I like that. It also sped up this one by a turn. That's good. So we'll share a little bit more on the infrastructure, especially because, you know what, we should be focusing infrastructure almost exclusively because we have this 15% bonus. And what am I thinking? To take the best advantage of that, we honestly should be doing almost nothing but infrastructure right now. Your unrest is insane. Buddy, I don't understand why, but... Growth in 10 turns with 0 food? What? Can I get rid of this guy? Just tell him, get the hell out of here. You big numbnuts. Why are you creating unrest? Huh, I don't know. Okay, anyways, we'll solve the loyalty problem ourselves by just positioning a big army there. Alright, let's see how this goes. I have no idea what's going to happen with the army movement. I've done my best, I think, to predict, but we'll see. It may not happen. I'm a little nervous about 0 food. I might move this guy back still. Yeah, I think I will, just because I don't... Well, no, okay, we'll risk it. We'll see what happens. So we're at 36 food there. All the other places are gaining still. Actually gaining quite a lot, so... It says growth in 10 turns. How can that happen? We're not increasing food. So let's see what happens. They did not move against us. Where did they go? Where did the fleet go? We need to replay that. Where did their fleet go? I was not paying attention. I missed it, which direction it slipped out. Yeah, we're actually doing quite okay. Paphlagonia has fallen as well, down to here. Good, so they won't get their glorious status. Which is good news for us. Our soldiers are starving. Well, they shouldn't be starving anymore. Suffered severely from lack of supply in Maria, but yeah, okay, fine. There was no supply there, but there should be supply here. We can always move them back into this territory as well. So who's the one that's complaining about this most? Wait, did we lose a ship? We lost a ship. Oh, good. We have another 1-1 general. Well, I mean, 1-1 is obviously not that great, but it's fine. Okay, so just dig in here. Prepare yourself, dig in, and we'll see if we can hold out. As for this, we'll continue our raiding ways. We'll get this other fleet just to go back home. So they should be blockaded now. They are. Okay, that worked out. I think this worked out the best for us, the way this turn worked. I just don't care about this one, this territory. I don't feel like sabotaging them directly, but we can get them to work on... I don't even know if I want them to work on anything. Oh, wait, okay, it's independent. So they are being independent. Yeah, you know what I want to do? I just want to have you guys just give me money. Just make money for me. You know, just really make money for me. I'll give you one person to build clear water, which is fine. I mean, you can have that. It's good for me to eventually conquer this back with you having clear water. So, but forget about growth and just give me a lot of money. Don't know why I didn't do that last turn. I'm such a fool. Anyway. Two turns left. It's actually worked out rather well. I may actually want to buy some more units here. 8 is the hill, so if I can get... I mean, our money's actually looking okay, so if we just build 2 more archers, then we'll have almost all of the hills covered. This is hills, right? Yeah, it is. So we should have a good defensive bonus. We have our nice general. Everything's good. I'm really happy about this. I think we're going to be okay. We're going to keep this guy on raiding and see what happens. I think it's just 3 more turns before we can raid that again. Like, where did their fleet go, though? Is this their fleet? Okay, that reminds me. How do I look at the replay? I don't actually know. An hour and 45 minutes. Might start bringing this to a close. Let me check the Discord real fast, see if anybody's pinging about multiplayer games. Well, it looks like we have a few people doing... What is this? War Thunder? Oh god, no. Oh god. Help us all. Anyway, so I might switch over to something else in a little bit here. Could be Wolfpack, could be... I don't know. Whatever I feel like. I do have to get to the new Rule the Waves video. See how that carrier, huge carrier and surface action group battle is going to end up. How it's going to finish. Okay, so our money situation is actually relatively under control now. It's weird the path we've gone to get here, but... Yeah, things are... Oh, we got a new... What? Did you grow? A new population, it's true. Okay, so let's immediately put you in to make more money. Oh, no. Actually, this is true. I need to minimize... So these guys have this huge infrastructure growth. I mean, infrastructure... Yeah, increased worker labor. Infrastructure bonus 15%. So we honestly need to minimize the amount of money we're getting so that we're just basically revenue neutral, so that we can make as much infrastructure as possible for now. So that should be bringing down the bank time. Yeah, it's down to 13, which is great. And honestly, I think we'll go even one more. That's fine. We'll stick with that. And one more here as well. We're going to get this one next turn now. We've got to take advantage of this bonus. I mean, stupid min-max Tortuga wasn't min-maxing. Well, I don't know what was going on with my brain. I mean, here it is again. We need to be really pulling a lot of these guys off. So, yeah, they get a huge benefit for being here. Perfect. I guess we're still at plus 26, so steal even more people. Just put one person there, two people there, which can probably be... Well, we're at one turn already, so this is fantastic. I don't need anything more than one, and this is down to 8. It's perfect. And actually, because we didn't build anything last turn, if you remember, so the infrastructure, I guess, was just crude here, and clear water is still a good thing. I hope that works out for them. And we're still getting 13 money because of all the money here. Now, I don't know if that happens if they actually retake it. We'll find out, but even if we're negative 60 or so, we should have one turn to recover. In theory. So, we'll see if that works the way I hope it does. I mean, maybe one person should go back. Probably that person. Yeah, let's move one back from here. 1, 1, and 9. Okay, I think it was 118 for that, but we're just going to make a little bit of extra money, more of a buffer. I'm still, again, really, really happy with this army situation. Even after building 2 more Pontic archers, which are the provincial really good ones. Yeah, I'm very happy. We're losing 140 money to build these, because the provincial means that every time you buy one, the cost goes up. But I'm still... These are the best unit. Once you pay the initial cost, their maintenance is not different. It's still 13 either way. Probably should consider getting another regular one as well, which would be another 8. So this is going to be 13, 13. That's 26. That's actually really expensive. Let me look again. I bet what's their support ability? Support. It actually doesn't tell me what their support is. Probably their support is based on their range attack. I don't know exactly, but experience level 2 is fantastic. Yeah, I think we are better off going with the archers then. Obviously, it's 3-3-2-2 for the top 4. 6. 3-3-2-2, is that what it was? 3-3-2-2, yeah. So it's 3-3-2-2 versus 1-3-1-3. They take less hits, so they die faster. They cannot attack, really, but they can defend. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just... I think we'll build these because they're more all-around, and they're better endgame units, so if we want to build up endgame units, this is the best thing to do. Oh, but the maintenance, that's right. Okay, let's kind of compromise here. Let's just get one. Just gonna save us a little bit of money. quite a little bit of money, obviously. I also don't know where they're built. If they're built here, then yeah, I mean, it's not going to help us next turn anyway. So let's build one. I'm okay with that. Yeah, and that's it. Next turn, right? So we have these both finishing in a turn, and the bank finishes in 9 turns. Very good. And this infrastructure bonus lasts for still another 4 turns. We're going to get so much work done. Unit marker as support area. 2 total Hout front line, if in the back line. Okay, so they did go in here. This is fine, by the way. We'll find out if what happens with the money situation. Should we export this battle and fight it? That'd be the funny thing, because then we can try to kill just one unit. No, they're all going to rout, so let's get this over with. If we can just do damage to any one of their units, I'll be happy. Does not appear like that's going to be the case. Wow. Come on, 1. No. Yeah, it's pretty convincing. So 178 plus 20. We should be at 198. Let's find out what we actually are at. So basically, I'm asking the question, are taxes collected at the end of the turn after you click end, or are they collected at the beginning of the turn after the turn is played out? Yeah, they're collected at the end. So we did gain the money, but now next turn is not looking good. That's fine, though. We pushed the infrastructure. We actually somehow moved up until... Oh, this is because we don't have the decadence anymore, which means Paphlagonia might be like... Oh, they're not too bad. 32, not bad. Sid, almost, I have a hard time, a few of the typos. Other units, yet add 1. Don't add 1? A few autocorrect. Yeah, the autocorrect is making my life difficult. Building development focused regions will reshuffle some of their buildings proposals with an emphasis on harbors, walls, or workshops. That sounds really good. Let's just look at it and see how long it's available for. 12 turns. We need money of 500 and an academy. Well, that's going to be very difficult. Okay, so we'll see if we can get there in 12 years, but I doubt it. We're progressing. It doesn't really matter. When are you going to die, you freaking old man? Acting as the barbarians they are, Paphlagonia conquered our region. Yeah, but that was to be expected. And we were able to sap all the money from them first. My question is, did they get their... Yeah, they got their clear water. Well, round of applause. They were able to at least improve... We improved the land. These people should... You know, we're not conquerors. We're liberators. We came in there and gave them clear water, which I still think should be clean water. Pontus has progressed... Oh, we got a progress token. We did? Huh. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do. Oh, yeah, it doesn't help us at all. It just acts as a... What? 1 sec. Oh, I had to sneeze. Just acts as a barrier against decadence tokens, or regression, or what are they called? Aging tokens. So, let's get you to go raid again. I mean, there's plenty of raiding to happen over there. And I have no idea where their fleet went. Did they just disband it? Maybe. Well, let's go look for some targets. It's going to be very hard for us to... Yeah, so apparently building and money collection is done at the end of your turn when you hit end turn. And then the turn plays out. Let's go. Wow, we're getting a bank in... Excuse me. 3 turns. That's... Oh! I did not realize that we were going to hit the max. Well, that means that infrastructure is no longer important here. Actually, the infrastructure is going to help everyone else. But we do need to probably put some people into... Let's put everyone there. Yeah, these guys are 5 and 5. They do actually help infrastructure a little bit more. But we need the food, so that's probably going to hurt the bank. 3 turns instead of 1. And you also only have 1 left, so we need 0. Okay, wait. I thought I got cattle. I did, so we don't need a ranch here, for sure. Oh my gosh, this is nice. Ah. Okay, pirate lair, -1 infrastructure, +2 manpower. I don't think we need it. Loyalty bonus would be fantastic. -2 infrastructure is not great. I think we have to go with the charcoal pile here. It gives us a little bit of money, which is, yeah, right now, pretty obviously a big problem. Ooh, stables. Infrastructure 2, equipment of 5. Now, again, this is our last slot. So we have to be a little bit conservative about what we're choosing. It's the last thing we can do for, you know, at least 3 turns. I think the charcoal pile, because charcoal's, getting the coal is really good. It's a great trade resource. I do like stables, though. It gives us a little bit more equipment. Not that equipment has been something we've been using. Man, we have so many loyalty problems right now. It's probably another reason why we should consider the Oration Tribune. But this doesn't, I mean, it gives us the, obviously it's very nice that it gives us the 6 loyalty, but the big problem is it takes away 2 infrastructure. And only gives us the 6 loyalty, which won't, or at least should not be an issue as soon as, like, look at the regional modifiers right now, -28. So as soon as we take away those -28, we'll be still not even that high, around 72. But that should be enough that we don't have any revolt risk, at least. Yeah, a little bit of infrastructure, a little bit of money. Unfortunately, it's the last building we can do here. It's a tough one. Let's also think about moving some of our slaves back here. Those guys should go there. Oh yeah, never mind. These guys are just almost useless for food growth. Like, okay, I moved the whole thing and it moves not at all. Okay, well then infrastructure, to the infrastructure you go. We'll probably have to take 1 person, maybe even 2 people out. Okay, let's just take out 1 person for more money. That's where a lot of people are gonna have to start moving. Although we did have this, we do have this huge bonus, but unfortunately it's not really gonna, oh wow, that went up to 7, so never mind. Go back. -45, we obviously can't handle -45 for very long. -58. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. Yikes. Okay, this is where we can make a little bit more money. Probably. There we go. Let's do that. Still 7 turns for the bank, but I think that's mostly because we're doing this, and then that can't build anything until 3 more turns. So the bank should be pretty much completed immediately. Okay, good. And then we'll put this army with this one as well. Okay, provincial, mountain man. In rough and mountainous terrains, so it doesn't work in hills. That's kind of a bummer. Anyway, it's fine. Oh, the vineyard, that's what we completed here. Yeah, we definitely don't want the ranch then. Really, I mean, we're getting a lot of good trade goods. We should be actually making money from trade goods too. Alright, so let's go over here, raid, and maybe we'll get sight of the enemy fleet. This fleet should be repairing nicely now. And you guys, perfect. There's just so many pirate ships that should be just really taking a lot of money. Look at Parthenius has not been raided. Why don't you guys go raid Parthenius? So I'm not sure. So what happened? By the way, the decadence did go up, but not too much here. Loyalty, I mean, revolt risk is obviously crushed from martial law here, which is fine. Yeah, okay, so I think that's all we want to do this turn. 3 turns. Is this really even helping? It is. Okay, good to know. Okay, well, very good then. Minus 32, that's... I mean, that's not terrible. We're getting quite an infrastructure bonus. And when this... So I kind of want to sacrifice money now to build the bank faster, because then we can... I mean, yeah, I think we're going to push this a little bit more. Oh, taxation bonus of 25%. So we have this weird situation where both of these are the best thing to do. I guess taxation's even 25%, and infrastructure's only... infrastructure's only 15. So in theory, taxation's better to do than... Oh, we have a commerce penalty here, though. So that means that here we should not be doing anything but infrastructure. Which is going to hurt in terms of money, and it'll have to be made up for... Yeah, so essentially we need to do this, and then move you here. Yeah, we're going to have to just eat it in terms of turns. It's fine. We'll have to just wait, because we need the money. We might even do one more, just like this. 5 turns. That's fine. It's fine. I'm okay with it. So we get the bonus here. We get the big bonus for 25% there. Minus 31. That's very survivable for a couple more turns. Kind of the same situation here. 6 turns for the bank. That's not bad. Basketball says Empire Rome 2. I've never heard of this game. You talking about Universal's Rome? Not really sure. Let's see. Let me think. I think that's all I wanted to do. I lost my train of thought for a moment. Let's go back to this province view. That's kind of nice to look at. Yeah. Only one person in food. Okay, let's end the turn. Like Empire Total War. Oh, here's the big battle. Oh, I'm glad we got our unit in just in time. Okay. Empire 3. Oh, basketball. I think you're referring to the words Total War. Oh my god, you think Total War Rome 2 is good? Wow. Well, okay, I mean, that's not... Let me not disparage your opinion. You're welcome to it, but... it's kind of like comparing checkers and chess, I'd say. Total War is definitely much more on the tactical, exciting, graphics, blah, blah, blah. Its strategic level is, you know, very... I would say it has none of the complexity that this game has. So, if you want a more complicated, complex, I think, like, more realistic game, this is it. If you want a more arcadey experience, you know, you march around, fight big armies, that's a lot of fun. And then Total War Rome 2 is probably going to be your preference. This is actually a battle I really want to kind of fight myself. It's a huge battle for us. So this might be a good place to call this stream to a close. Bell says Empire Total War is bad and Total War Rome 2 is even worse. I actually think that Empire Total War is worse than Rome 2. My favorite game of the Total War series is actually the original Rome, followed by Shogun 2. Shogun 2, I should say. And then probably... I think I like Medieval, because the amazing work done by the mod community making the Lord of the Rings adaptation. It's really quite good. Anyway, so yeah, as I said, I might export this battle, which is something I have Field of Glory 2 installed, and we can, I think, go into that battle then. It won't be something I get to on this stream. And in fact, now that we've peaked past the 2-hour point, I think this is actually a good place for me to call this video and stream, I should say, to a close. So this has been Field of Glory Empires. Let me export this battle. Yeah, I don't even know what I have. Oh, I can actually do this. So let me see if this works. Let me first add a blank. Okay, that is working. Let me add another one. Sorry, you guys are seeing a lot of crap going on. I'm just trying to see if I can get another capture screen so that we can actually capture Field of Glory 2 in the stream. So that we can at least see the setup. So this is gonna ruin the stream momentarily. But let me see if I can get it. If you can still hear my voice, hopefully. So this is FOG2. And capture. Ah. I'm getting there. The game is not up yet. Wait one. Okay, it should work now. Should capture it. Refresh. Nope, that's not it. Let's try this again. You can hear the game, right? There it is. Got it. Hey, it worked. Transform. Center to screen. Okay, so you can see, like, look I can move this up and down a little bit. You can see that on the very bottom, or now on the very top, there's this little black space, right? This little black space up here, right above my cursor. And now if I move it up, there's this little black space down here. That is exactly what I'm referring to in the beginning of the last stream when I was talking about the fact that they should not count the title bar as part of the 1080 pixels. I don't know why, it's like something which for some reason irks me. Actually, I even know why it bothers me, because I've actually messaged Slitherine, not Slitherine, but the Aggressors Ancient Rome guy about it once. And he said it's not something he does not agree, that he thought that 1080 should include the title bar. And I was actually trying to say, hey, you know, this is the way everyone else does it. Nobody includes the title bar as part of the 1080. You're the only one. Well, you're not the only one, but the only other ones are Slitherine titles, apparently. So what we can do is go to battles here and Empire's battle. This is awesome. We can do it all in the same stream so quickly. Now we have a huge discussion about Total War versus this and that. Generals have ruined the game, the way they have buffs, blah, 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 blah. Empire Total War and the AI is terrible. Total War Empire is probably the worst. I think I agree. I don't have Empire Total War, but what I've seen of it is just... It seems like the worst of the games. And I think that the Total War mechanics do not translate very well to volley fire of, guns and all that. I essentially don't think that it holds up as well. It works really well with melee combat and with archery and stuff like that, but the gun mechanics, it's just a little bit, not quite, I don't think it works quite as well. Anyway, so this is Pontic versus the Greeks armies. We can add 3 more generals, and here we are. So we have my Pontic archers, which should be very impressive. This is interesting, the way they've generated this map. Oh, actually, I mean, if you reverse this, if you pretend that we're on the enemy side, it's kind of like this is the Black Sea, and this is the enemy territory, and this is my territory, Pontus. And this is like their port. Anyway, that's not... Obviously, I'm on the wrong side, but we can kind of imagine it that way, maybe. So they look like they have the advantage. I actually don't remember all the controls. Can I go? Yeah, I can. It looks like they have the advantage in terms of high ground, but they're attacking me, right? So that means that I don't need to do anything. They have to come to me, right? Or is that not known in the game? So you can tell that, unfortunately, this is just texture. There's no actual 3D, I guess. elevation. No, there is. There definitely is. So this must be just really... No, it's 150, 200. So we'll just probably camp and wait for them to come to us because we have ranged units. I don't know where I'll hold my line, though. Oh, and RNG. Speaking of RNG, this game always just kills me. I hate the RNG in this. Okay, so anyways, this is Field of Glory 2, and this is essentially the tactical battle map, just as you would have the tactical battle map for the Total War series. This is not included with Field of Glory Empires. However, if you have Field of Glory 2, you can export your those strategic battles, you can actually export them to Field of Glory 2, fight the battle, and then import the results back into Field of Glory Empire. It's brilliant. Really, I think it's an excellent decision, the pairing of these two games. Not necessary. Obviously, I think Field of Glory Empire is pretty clear. We haven't done this yet, right? And it's pretty clear it stands by itself, on its own, as a complete and really good game. But this is like another, like, essentially just one extra thing, which makes it pretty good. Now, one of the downsides with fighting this battle ourselves will be we won't be able to use the frontage advantage. The frontage, which would have helped us, is no longer going to help us. It's a downside. So, but I'm not going to do this on camera. Just want to show that this is a possibility. So, anyway, it's going to wrap up the stream for now. If you're interested in doing something, join the Discord. I don't want it to come off as me pitching the Discord, like, oh, you should do it. But if you're interested in hanging out with people, like-minded individuals, and especially for me, I'm always looking for extra people to join these multiplayer games that we get going. Maybe, I think tonight we might do, kind of thinking that we should do some... Shoot, I have to look at what are the multiplayer roles that we have, even. Arma 3, we have EDF, Europa Universalis, Hearts of Iron, StarCraft, Wolfpack, IL-2, Wargame Red Dragon, 7 Days to Die. Those are the ones that we have right now. Of course, tags can be created at will for the different games. I don't know what I'll do tonight, but I need to stop, give my voice a rest for a bit, open a window, turn on the fan. It's getting hot in here, and for now, none of that is going to happen on the stream, as much as you'd like to live a moment with Tortuga. Yeah, I'm going to conclude this. So, thanks for everyone who came out. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you have any recommendations for future streams, things you'd like to see, one of the games I was thinking about playing, but I didn't actually get too much positive feedback about it. I kind of like to jump into these random games sometimes. Of course, I just don't have time to stream often enough to be able to do it, but the ones in particular I was thinking about was something like Door Kickers. Those kind of games, which, you know, they're kind of simple. You can pick them up pretty easily, play for an hour or two. Battle Brothers was another one, thinking about starting a series. And then I like Battle Brothers because I can name all the characters after people in the stream. And then they can die. They can live and die there, which is kind of fun. Seabass said, nice stream. Thank you. Seabass would definitely be one of the people, one of the grunts. So Battle Brothers is a lot of fun. I think I should be doing that. On a stream sometime soon, killing off all my poor stream viewers. For now, I'm going to wrap it up. So thanks for coming out, and I'll catch you at the next stream, or on the Discord, or just in the video comments, wherever we interact next. Until then, take care.